Buying a home? Don't panic. Just listen to the rest of this podcast. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Home Inspection Authority's Straight Talk Podcast with me, John Laforme. I'm a CREA certified home inspector from Los Angeles, California, and the topics we discuss on this podcast are about buying homes, selling homes, inspecting homes. So if you're a home inspector, home buyer, real estate professional, this podcast is definitely for you. All right, everybody, welcome back. Today's topic is about nothing. We are just going to chat. I'm sitting here with Rico Sandoval, one of the guys who I used to pick his brain, 3-4 times a day about report writing and all this other nonsense years ago when I got started.
It was fun.
Yeah. How you doing, Rico?
Good. How are you?
So you had fun trying to teach me?
It was fun, but then again, I lost contact with you because you stopped calling.
Oh, I got smarter? I got a little smarter?
Well, which is a good thing.
What's that?
She said for our beers.
Oh.
That's good.
A mystery person just dropped off some nuts. So let's not get into that right now, okay? So, Rico,
Yes,
what
sir.
is going on with you, man? It's good to see you.
Likewise, man. It's been a while.
It's been quite a while since I've seen you in person.
Yes.
We've chatted a few times recently and stuff like that. And then you commented on Facebook about the podcast or the video, or the Facebook, is it YouTube videos? And then
You had posted a podcast on one of the home inspectors page. I think it was Home Inspector Locker Room, or there was a different one, and it was on foundations.
Oh, okay.
And you know the good thing about this industry or any industry is doesn't matter how long anybody's been doing it, you're always learning something new.
Always.
Always.
Your opinion of something is going to be a little different than mine, and you may look at it in a different way. Like going to the monthly meetings that I go to, CREA meetings.
Right.
I may be hesitant sometimes to go because, I heard the speaker before. All right, I'll go. And then I take one little bit of a morsel out of it to learn from. And I'm like, you know what?
Right.
Light bulb.
Yes, because you might hear the same information all the time.
Right.
But then it resonates with one particular person.
Yeah.
And that's what happened when I heard your podcast on foundations, because you get a lot of foundations more so than I do.
Crawl spaces, yeah.
Crawl spaces, yes. That's what
we can change that if you'd like, because I can't stand doing them anymore.
No, I'm okay. I don't like crawl spaces.
It's not that exciting anymore. I've done thousands of them. It's crazy.
The first thing I do when I see a crawl space is I measure the opening, and I go by the standard.
And then you measure yourself.
Well,
let's see. Square peg, round hole.
That's pretty much what it is. And then the good thing about the crawl spaces is that it has ventilation on the outside, so I could easily I know what I'm looking for.
Sure.
And just zooming in with the camera,
yeah,
and putting that in the report.
Give you an idea. Of course, it's not the best way, but it'll give you an idea of what's going on under there. If you see a massive leak or something actually dripping, I've caught drain pipe leaks just by walking by a crawl space.
Yes.
And I heard it leaking.
Yes.
Because it was so heavy. It was just pouring right into an already existing puddle.
That's correct.
It's been leaking for so long. So another thing too about looking at crawl spaces from the outside is you can use your flashlight in the vent screens and find to see if it's anchored.
Yep.
Bam, you see one bolt, it's anchored. You're
Yep.
not going to see all of them because chances are you got lucky and saw that one right there in the opening of the vent screen. But all the other ones are staggered. You don't know how many there are. Yeah.
Speaking of anchoring, have you ever had an issue where it is anchored, but the customer is a structural engineer and they want you to count every bolt?
That's when I say kiss my ass.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
That's nonsense. First of all, you're not required to do that.
Right.
if you follow any kind of standards, you're not required to do that. So.
Right. He wanted me to count them and to measure how far they were from each one to another.
That's exactly what the standards say not to do.
Right. And this guy was a structural engineer. He was coming in from San Francisco, moving down to LA. Mm-hmm. And I told him that we don't do that. And ever since, I haven't heard from that realtor. So I don't know if it was that case or their buyers just got discouraged from this market.
It's hard to say, but sometimes that's a blessing when people stop calling you.
Right.
Because usually those are the people you don't want to deal with. And the reason why they're not calling you back is because, you actually, said no.
Right.
You actually say, hey, look, this is not what I do. And some people just want you to bend to all the rules.
Yeah.
And they don't understand the consequences that come with that.
It's huge consequences.
It is. It's not worth business from one person who might give you a couple jobs a year. It's not even worth that for someone who gives you 3 jobs a month.
Right.
The headache of going down the lawsuit rabbit hole is not good in any business. Right. And it's what people don't seem to understand about the legal aspect of stuff is it is time consuming. It's an inconvenience beyond your belief, and you don't know. You're just going to say, "Oh, I'm just going to sue you." That's their attitude. I'm just going to sue. Well, go ahead, and we'll see who hangs the longest, who runs out of money.
When that happens, I turn around and say, "I'll see you in court."
That's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. And it's not what we want to say.
No,
but they kind of put you against the wall.
That's one of the things that I learned is as soon as they mention lawyer or lawsuit, I'm done. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
See you. Call me, and we'll see you in court.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not fun. I thought of something else that you mentioned a little while ago. The anchoring. Go back to the anchoring real quick.
Yeah.
I had a job a few months back, and I had inspected the house. And then they asked me to come back and do some indoor air quality sampling and so forth, and some mold sampling because I found some problem areas. And so I came back on a different day, like a week later. And the buyer's agent, who's a nice guy, I know the guy. I've worked from a few different times. He goes, "Hey, John, by the way, I know you mentioned in your report there was anchoring, but the foundation guys were here and said there was no anchoring." I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting. Come here, let me show you something."
Yeah.
Took my flashlight. Put my flashlight in 6 of the crawl space openings, the vent screens, and I counted 6 bolts. I was like, "How are they telling?" He goes, "You got to be fucking kidding me." Foundation guy was trying to get him to spend money on a retrofit that he didn't even need.
That's the problem.
That's ridiculous.
That's the problem in every single inspection. When we recommend something, they get a second opinion, which rightly so. They should get a second opinion.
That's what we're telling them, yeah.
But the contractors they know the client is not going to go under the house.
Yep.
They know they could tell them anything.
Yep.
They know they could tell them what's not there. A foundation crack, buckling walls and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they just want to upsell them. And that's unfair. And I think that's the advantage of having a home inspection from a home inspector that knows what they're looking for, that's unbiased, has no interest.
Yeah, we're not trying to upsell you anything.
No.
Yeah.
No, nothing at all.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it does happen.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. So, hey, let's go back in time a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go back in time to when I met you.
Yes.
I met you from Eric.
Eric Richards.
You still talk to Eric?
No.
Is he around?
I don't know. I don't know.
You just don't talk to him anymore. Okay.
No, I lost. I kind of like ruffle the feathers on a lot of home inspectors in my area.
Now, why would you do a thing like that, Rico? Shame on you.
A lot of it has to do with pricing, and a lot of it has to do with service. Not that I give a better service, but I tell them, there was one home inspector that he was doing free pool inspections with every home inspection.
Stupid.
So I talked to him and I said, "What are you doing First of all, you're making me look bad and everybody else look bad.
Yep.
And your liability is huge. Okay. And so he started charging. And then that same person, I said, listen, you need to start doing sewer inspections. So I'm telling my competitors to do what I'm doing, so I don't have to be the only one. There's so much business out there, John. I don't understand why home inspectors don't work together.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly my point. Yeah, that's exactly my point. Los Angeles. How many houses are in Los Angeles?
Oh my goodness, a lot.
A billion? I don't know. It seems like there's a billion of them.
A lot.
There's so much. There's so much work out there for. I mean, God, there's so many inspectors out here, inspection companies. I know quite a few.
Right.
And a lot of them have multi-guys. They have multiple inspector firms. I don't really think too much about that. I just do my thing.
Well, I learned that.
Yeah.
I'm so much of a, okay, if there's a new person that gets into the industry in my area or anywhere else, my name always gets thrown out there. And I like it because I like to teach, which I understood that now if I ever retire, I think I'm going to teach home inspections or something.
Well, you better get on top of it, buddy, because I've already started building an online training.
I could be one of your instructors.
There you go.
See, that's the thing about working together.
Yeah.
You could teach your strong points. I could teach my strong points.
Yep.
And so going back to Eric Richards, great guy, love the guy, but he doesn't talk to me because of the pricing issues on home inspections. He does the same service that I do. He includes the same protection that I do, but his prices are lower, and I'm like, you're undercharging everybody.
It's working for free,
and
with a lot of liability that goes with it.
Well, he's setting a lower standard.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of guys out there that do that.
Yeah, and that's...
And all we can do is separate ourselves from that by just sticking to our prices. I know what my inspections entail. Yes. I'm not going to be at a house for no less than 2.5 hours. I don't care. If that house is up to 2,000 square feet, I'm there for at least 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Even if it's 1,500 square feet, it seems like I'm still there 2.5 hours.
Well,
there's a lot to look at.
It's a lot to look at, and the client deserves that. The home buyer,
absolutely,
they deserve that. They deserve an educated inspection. They deserve have other answers, other questions answered.
Yep.
They deserve that. Otherwise, it doesn't justify our fee.
Right.
Because you and I could inspect a house and then go on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one.
Yeah, we could try to do volume.
Yeah. I stopped doing volume.
Yeah.
I stopped. I only do 2 a day, and that's it. And if I get one right in the middle of the day, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Not because I don't have time to do the rest of the another home inspection. It's just that I believe the buyers deserve there's money worth, and that's where the value comes in.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't try to do more than one a day. The only time I do more than one a day is if I have multiple really good customers of mine requesting my service.
Yes.
You always want to take care of your realtors who believe in you and call you on everything. So I always fit them in. So even if it's going to be a rough day, maybe I'm doing, like tomorrow, I have a 5,500 square foot house to do with the sewer.
Wow.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
And if one of my really good realtors called me and said, John, I got to have it tomorrow, I would do it.
Yeah. Because I'm the same way.
Because they're always calling me, and they're always referring me to the customers because they like my service. They like the consistency of what I do. I'm not rewriting my reports every time they have a new customer. That everything's the same understanding and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's important. There's a lot of validity to that, as far as keeping your clients happy. But then there's the unrealistic side of it, which is people calling out of the blue who you don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, can you come tomorrow? No.
Yeah.
Well, can you come tomorrow and give me the report right when you're done? No.
even though we can, but it's different.
Do you want photos?
Yeah.
Yes. Then I can't give it to you at the same time.
Yeah.
It takes time to get photos together. Sometimes they got to be adjusted. You know, I really enjoy
Quality.
dotting my I's and crossing my T's on reports. I don't rush reports, and I tell every customer the same thing. The report will be done when it's done.
Yeah.
And it'll be within 24 hours of me being here.
Right.
That's the best I'm willing to offer you. If you need it sooner, then you're just going to have to call somebody else.
Yeah.
Because I'm just being realistic with you.
And they appreciate that.
Some do.
Yeah.
Some would just hang up on you.
Yeah.
Don't even say bye. Click.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's always entertaining. And then going into, well, staying on the customer thing, the customer service and all that, you're only as good as your last inspection.
Yes.
So like I guess what we're trying to communicate here to everybody is, sure, you can do volume, because let me break that down a little more. So there's inspectors who only want to do volume, which I call minimalist inspectors.
Yes.
Because their report is just a checkbox, 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 and they're gone. That's all they do. They don't get into detail on stuff. Most of the time, they will not go into your house. They'll open the access hatch and go like this with a flashlight and leave. Mm-hmm. And they'll do the same thing in your attic. And those are the two areas that need the most attention.
Yes.
On every house. That's where the hidden stuff is.
Because those are the two areas that nobody goes in.
Right. That's where you find a lot of problems. So that would be a volume inspector as opposed to just, do what you can handle. Years ago when I first started, I had about a year or so where I was doing like 3 a day.
Yeah.
And that caught up to me.
Yeah.
I was just like, I started forgetting stuff from the previous house I was at earlier. I'm like, oh shit, which one was that? And luckily I was taking pictures of everything because it saved my ass. But I realized, okay, that's too much.
It really is.
2 a day is good. 2 condos, no problem.
Yeah. 2 a day, it's perfect for me.
Yeah.
And I, even though, depending on where I'm at, like I'm not going to do one in Irvine and the other one in Victorville.
Right.
It has to line up.
Yeah.
If they don't line up, either one, I add it to a different day, or don't do it.
Yeah. You got to say no.
Yeah.
Well, I can do it, but I can do it on this day. And if they're willing to wait for you, if they really want you, they'll wait.
Right.
But you talk about lining stuff up. It's kind of interesting because I've noticed that I'll get a random call sometimes for like, can you do like Santa Ana? And depending on my schedule, if I'm open that day, I'll say yes to it.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking a drive. I have to drive everywhere. It's not like I'm doing something new.
Right.
Everywhere I go is like an hour. So, and then within that same day or the following day, I'll get another call. Oh, hey, can you be in like Torrance oh, you know what? I'm going to be down. And that's happened to me so many times.
Yes.
That's like crazy weird. I'm like, what? How the hell did that happen?
Yeah. I've been getting a lot of realtors and brand new realtors that I haven't worked with.
Right.
They call me and say, hey, you live in Lake Elsinore? Yes, I do. Okay, I need an inspection in Lake Elsinore. I'm like, okay, perfect. I live here. It's a great town.
Huh.
And I give them my price, and they're like, but you live there.
Stop talking so much. You gave him too much information, Rico. I don't know. That's next time. Say, it's about an hour drive. So yeah, here's my price.
So I like it when they ask me, do you drive to Lake Elsinore? Yes.
Every day.
Matter of fact, I do. Yeah, it's actually on my way home.
Yeah.
Oh, I did an inspection. Okay, great. And yeah, and they really believe that the price should be lower because I live in town.
Yeah.
Do you get those?
Not yet. I haven't gotten that one yet. I'll be honest. I haven't heard that one yet. And I live in Burbank, and I get calls from Burbank all the time. Yeah, I tell them, yeah, I live in Burbank. Great. No one ever says, oh, can you do it cheaper? No.
Yeah.
I just had a cheapskate on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be cheap on the inspections, home buyers. Be cheap on the blinds. When you move in,
Yeah.
Don't try to save money on your inspector. That's just a bad thought, bad logic.
Well,
I don't believe in that at all.
The the inspection is a great investment.
It is.
And every buyer should want one.
Yeah, and here's something that's I think most buyers don't even think about, and that is, well, I'm paying this guy $500-600 for an inspection, but they don't think, well, when I get that report, there's going to be at least $5,000 worth of credits I could probably get just from that report. Real head scratcher. Does that math add up to you? Let's see. Let's invest 500 or 600, whatever it is, and then maybe we can get back 4,500 in credits. They don't think of that, and I'm not going to tell them that either. If they can't think of that process, as I've asked several realtors, what is the average amount of money that you get credited back on a house?
About $5,000.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I think any home inspection report can recoup $4,000 to $5,000 worth of money.
Yes. Have you ever had clients that ask you, should I have the seller fix it or should I get credit?
All the time.
What do you respond?
I tell them to get a credit.
Same here.
Yeah. Because every time I've been called back to do a reinspection, nothing was done, or it was done completely wrong. And
Speaking
it wasn't
of
done by a pro.
Speaking of re-inspections, what is your fee for a re-inspection?
Minimum to go back is $250 an hour, 1 hour minimum.
Okay, I'm at 60% of my inspection fee.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the inspection fee is, 60% off that, which is a little bit higher than $250.
But that depends on what the callback is.
If it's one item or 20 items, because it's going to take me. I'm going to invest.
You have to drive there.
I have to drive there.
Drive back.
Right, and it's going to be the same amount of time as a home inspection.
Right.
And I think that's...
If it's a laundry list, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a lot of stuff.
I just feel sorry when they have to pay that fee and half of the items were not completed.
Yeah, I usually tell them to put that fee on the seller.
Well, that's where their realtor comes in.
I tell them anyway.
Do you?
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I come back and everything was fixed,
yeah,
then they did a service. So I don't tell them that.
Yeah, but I think a credit is much better.
A credit is better because it's just common logic. I mean, you're trying to sell something.
Right.
Why would you want to put a bunch of your money into it just because you're selling it? So automatically, we're humans. We just want to save money.
Right.
I mean, it's really not that hard to figure out. So they're going to get the cheapest guy.
So speaking of inspections, what's your take on listing inspections?
I do them.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I have a love and hate relationship with listing inspections.
Why is that?
Because
let's explain to everybody what that means first.
A listing inspection is before you sell the house, before you put it on the market, you want to have it inspected. I think it's one of the best investments a seller can make.
Absolutely.
And they want that done.
Yep. So it minimizes big surprises.
Yes.
It's definitely going to minimize big surprises if you have a thorough inspection done.
Yes.
And then you can have that already in your pocket and ready to go if someone brings it up.
It expedites it. I believe that it expedites the process because the buyer sees a report, nothing got fixed, but they're going to get this much credit. And it saves 2-3 days.
Absolutely.
And that's huge.
In today's market, that is priceless.
Huge. So that's what I love about those listing inspections, sellers inspections.
I'm actually doing one this coming Friday.
I'm doing one on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm doing one on Wednesday. And what I hate about it is if the buyer does get their home inspection, which they have all the right to do, I'm up against that other home inspector, and God knows what's his experience, if he's new, not new.
Getting thrown under the bus by a fellow comrade.
Yeah. And so I've done inspections when the buyer buys a house, and that house had a listing inspection, and they want to give me the report, and I don't want to see the report.
I don't look at them either.
No, I don't want to see it. I'm like, that's your report. That's yours. So if they gave it to you, fine. Let me finish and then we'll just
compare notes.
Compare notes. Mm-hmm. And and they, of course, they read that report, so they know that report very well.
Yep.
So when I do my inspection, I add stuff that the other report didn't have, and vice versa. That report has something that I didn't, and
Right.
and they tell me, hey, in the other report, it had this item, but you didn't mention it.
Oh, you call that inspector for that question.
It could be hairline cracks in the stucco. It could be very something that has to do with maintenance. It's deferred maintenance, not a structure.
Cosmetic.
Yeah, it's cosmetic, and that's all it is. Yeah. So that's my love and hate relationship with listing inspections.
I hear you. It's not just other home inspectors you can run into that problem with.
Yeah.
A lot of contractors like saying, well, he should have pointed this out. Home inspectors are supposed to do this. I'm like, dude, you guys just stop talking. Stick to what you know and let us do what we know. Stop trying to, what they're trying to do is be the hero.
Yeah.
To get that repair locked in so they can get that money. And you don't need to take down the Army.
Right.
When you're trying to do a job, please stop doing that if you're a contractor. It's just so stupid.
And if you're a contractor and you're listening to this, for the love of God, don't throw us under the bus. Let me explain to you.
That's what I mean.
This is not even a warm lead. This is a hot lead for you.
Yeah. You're there because of us.
You're there because of us. They're ready to sign a check over to you because of something that we recommended. If you want to be the hero and say, "Oh, this looks good," you just talked yourself out of a job.
Yep.
Because every contractor goes out there and does a free estimate. Mm-hmm. Okay? This is not a free estimate. My home inspector said that the water heater is leaking. Can you replace it? Don't show up and find something else that probably wasn't the tank, but it was probably something else in the water heater. Mm-hmm. It's already, don't throw me under the bus that the water heater is good, that you just got to replace his valve.
Yep.
Okay? That I'm an idiot. It happens all the time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And by the way, not all contractors don't charge for services for quotes.
Yeah,
some do. Oh, we're going to charge you $89. How do I know this? Because I tried to have someone come here and do some electrical, put some recessed lighting in. Okay, well, the initial call is going to be $89, but if we do the work, we'll take that off. I'm like, I am not paying you to give you my business. Click. I just hung up on him. That's bullshit.
Right. So in our industry, that's already done. They're getting paid, but they talk themselves out of it by saying that we're an idiot.
There's no need of it.
The bad thing about contractors is that sometimes they're willing to do the job, but they want to upsell it. Kind of like going back to the foundation guy that
on the anchoring.
You know, they're ready for you to put what is required. Mm-hmm. Put what the minimum.
Right.
Collect your check and leave.
Yep.
If you find something else, tell them afterwards, hey, this is what we also found. You're fine right now, but we could come back in a year after what we installed probably settles a little bit. I don't know. We could come back and do a courtesy inspection and see how it's performing, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, just the other day I went to I had to go back to a house because the seller sealed off the crawl space completely. There was no access. So they did somewhat of a remodel. Yeah. And they literally sealed it off. So they put new flooring down, so it was completely gone. So they had the sellers put it, and I got to be impressed. I said, by the way, before I come back, you need to send me a photo of that access because too many times I've gone back and the access wasn't adequate and I couldn't get in.
Right. What, too fat?
So the lady sends me a photo. Lady sends me a picture of the crawl space, and I was like, wow, that was the nicest crawl space access I've ever seen installed so quick. They had the handle on it and everything. The flush mount handle. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, right there. I told them where to put it. I said, probably the best place would be in this closet here. And they actually put it right there.
Nice.
And so it was great. So I was like, wow, I'm impressed. And the lady started laughing because I told her I was impressed. So I go back, and before I get a chance to go in the house, the buyers showed up. They weren't there for the inspection.
Right.
Their realtor was. But I first time meeting them. And then the guy goes, we had an asbestos inspector come by, and he said there's stuff there that you should have pointed out. I'm like, what?
Exactly.
So you had an asbestos inspector come by, and I believe his job is to point out asbestos. So what does that have to do with me? I said, maybe he doesn't realize that home inspectors cannot determine what is asbestos or what is not asbestos unless it's tested. And she goes, that's what I figured. I said, yeah. So why would he even throw me under the bus if he's there to do the job? It doesn't make any sense.
That's my point. They're way out of a job.
They are.
If contractors are smart, they would go after our business with the same enthusiasm as we home inspectors go after realtors.
Yeah.
We're not there to screw anybody up.
No.
We're there to help, to educate, to inform.
Yeah.
And to give them our professional experience. That's what they hired us for.
Yep. That's true.
So you ready for a beer?
You brought beer?
Yeah. Chingon IPA.
Oh, shit. John's getting drunk today.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much to get me drunk.
No, and I bought you...
you just stay on that side of the table, young man.
Oh, yeah. Can I keep my clothes on, though?
Yeah, what do you got?
Hold on. El Chingon IPA.
Oh, look at that.
The reason why they call it El Chingon IPA is because this IPA is brewed with a Shingo blend of American hops. I guess that's the name of the hops, Shingo.
Oh, I thought you said shingle.
Well,
I was going to say it was a composition or...
Well, it's CHINGO.
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 Okay, Chingo. Balanced with Munich malt, MUNICH, and dry hopped for aromatic intensidad. Oh, that's in Spanish. So, órale, crank up your Chingon factor.
Chingon is a band. Chingona. No. Did you say Chingon or Chingo?
Chingo. S.
No, it's CH, right?
Yes. And Broken Barrel Reserved Oak Hops Whiskey.
Whiskey in a bottle. Oh, shit. It's a good song, by the way.
Right there.
Wow, man. You brought me a gift?
Yes, sir.
Look at this guy. Thank you, man. That's really nice. I should be giving you a gift for all the education you've given me.
Oh, man, you're good, man. Your friendship is a gift.
There you go.
Being here is a gift.
Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Yeah.
You may not see me for a week after drinking this.
Right? I didn't even read the proof. What's the...
I hope you brought some ice and stuff.
Right here.
Look at this guy. He's prepared. All right, let's check this out. This is my first beer podcast, by the way.
Yeah. So, John, which... This is going to be one of your best podcasts for, like you said, nothing.
Yeah, no topic today. We're just chopping it up. This unscripted. This is
uncensored.
Episode 20, uncensored, unscripted, and intoxicated.
That's it. Are you a beer drinker or no? Because you're very good on your health.
Well, if I'm going to drink anything, it'll be a beer. Years ago when I was younger, I used to go out and drink like the rest of everybody did. But when I hit my 40s, I started having really bad effects from hard liquor. Like I used to drink tequila shots. I had so much fun on tequila. We had so much fun on tequila, but I had to stop drinking that shit because I would probably get in a fight. I was like violent.
Really?
Yeah. If I was in a bar, I would be like, I'd be cool, but if somebody was like to start messing with me when I was on that, I didn't care who it was.
It
was kind of stupid.
If you haven't already, I'm probably going to be the only Mexican you will ever meet in your life or know that doesn't drink tequila because I'm allergic to the agave.
Ah, wow. That's crazy.
A Mexican allergic to tequila.
That could be a blessing.
But I love whiskey. I could drink whiskey. I could drink vodka. I stay away from vodka. Because vodka is like that one guy that you get in an argument with at a bar and just sneaks up on you.
I actually like vodka.
It sneaks up on you.
It does. You know what else sneaks up on you?
What's that?
Lemon drops. Ever do a lemon drop shot?
No.
Ooh, it tastes so good.
See, I stay
And
away
that
from that.
shit will sneak up on you, and you will be out. I used to treat my friends to that years ago all the time.
What is that? Is that a shot of tequila, whiskey?
It's a vodka mix.
Okay.
And it just tastes like lemon. It tastes so good. You don't really feel the alcohol until it's later on. It's like, whoa, then you're fucked.
Yeah. Well, when I drink, I don't get violent. I become the opposite of violence.
You become a lover.
Not so much. Not so much. I love you, man. No. But I
love you, man.
It's not like.
How many times have we heard that? Oh my God, that's so funny you said that.
No, it's I become but I learned my triggers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. I learned my triggers. So I learned what I am, who I become when I start drinking heavily. And
who is that?
Let's just say, for example, you and I are drinking, having a great time, and you're sharing with me that your podcast is growing, and I ask you, well, what's missing? And you tell me, and I try to give you that.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's 500, if it's 5,000, you're John, call right now, put on my credit card. You're my friend.
Oh, shit. Is that what you do? Well, I'll be calling you more often. Because, I got a Jeep in the garage and I want to do some really cool shit to it. So, hey, where's that credit card at?
Yeah. Probably not the whole amount, but I'll do my best to get you a gift card for that or something. I end up giving my money away. So I know that that's not even healthy because then I end up getting in debt.
Getting in debt is no place to be.
No.
Getting in debt equals depression.
Yeah.
And desperation. As a young man, I made a lot of mistakes. Made a few when I was older, mostly when I was younger.
What's your take on that word, mistakes?
Mistakes? Well, there's a lot of different meanings for that, I guess. I guess what topic you're talking about. But what I'm referring to is I call them mistakes because in hindsight, I could have made a better decision.
Well, then it wasn't a mistake. It was a choice.
That's true. Okay.
That's my thing. Yeah. I mean,
bad choices. Okay, let me rephrase that. I made some bad choices.
Because I made some bad choices, and my kids asked me, so, Dad, what did you learn from your mistake? Mistake? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, that made you go places where you don't. It wasn't a mistake because I knew.
It was a conscious mistake.
I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, kids make mistakes.
Yeah.
They're not, they'll learn as they fall down.
Yeah.
They don't know how the stair threads are. They just want to run down with the skateboard and that's
no helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
So, kids, do you take crayons, coloring books to your inspections if there's any kids right now?
I try not to take my personal stuff to work. I figure my coloring time is probably not going to be appreciated when I'm at work when I'm supposed to be inspecting their water heater.
So let's talk about sewer inspections.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the sewer inspections are going to be up there with home inspections and termite inspections, as it's going to be highly recommended.
I think it's already there.
I think it's going to become a law that every home sold should have. The city of Ventura, the city, not the county, the city of Ventura requires that every home being sold has to have a lateral sewer inspection.
That's good.
Yeah, but why can't every city do that?
Well, it's the same. Same logic falls on. Well, why does LA City require a seismic shutoff valve, but LA County doesn't?
Yeah,
Still in California, I'm pretty sure. Why does Ventura County not require it? Well, you know, why does other counties not require it? In other areas, some do, some don't. How is that not a statewide policy for a state that has earthquakes all the time? It doesn't make any sense.
explain to the listeners what an earthquake shutoff valve is.
Seismic shutoff valve. The typical brand is Little Firefighter. It says it right on it. It's like a little. Why try to talk about? Well, I'll describe it as I show a picture of it. Seismic shutoff valve is a little red box that connects to your gas pipe. I spell seismic again.
S-I...
S-E-I. I got it.
There you go. S-E, not S-I. And who installs this? Is it the county or the plumber?
Either can do it, but
Right there.
bam, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they look like right here. If you're watching the YouTube version of this, you'll see this. They're just like kind of like a square box. They're red. Says this one here says Little Firefighter on it, like I mentioned. But there's other brands out there too, and they come in different forms and fashions. Sometimes they have I believe it's a vacuum that's connected to it, and I don't see them all the time. But when I first saw one, I was like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah.
I had to research it. Like right here. See this one? Yeah, see this one here has got like a vacuum line going to it. It's kind of weird how that works. I only seen like, I don't know, a handful of those in the years I've been doing this. But seismic shutoff valve is there. So in the event of a seismic activity around your neighborhood, it'll shake that little firefighter and it'll activate a little valve to close. And it's like if you walked up to it and whacked it with something, it would close and you would have no more gas to your house. So it doesn't take much for this thing to trip, and that's the purpose of it. So it cuts off the gas supply going into your house to avoid a bigger problem, like an explosion or something like that.
In the event of a earthquake.
Seismic activity, yeah, earthquake, yep.
Yeah.
So that's what those are for. And what we were just commenting on is that they're not required everywhere in California. It's so stupid. I don't understand that. I want someone to look me in the eye and explain that to me. The logic behind that. It's California. California doesn't have cities that never get hit by earthquakes. It's a blanket policy. If an earthquake comes, we all feel it.
Well, it's Los Angeles. It's the city of Los Angeles.
Mm.
We as home inspectors, we do not quote the code, the building code.
That's true.
But that's our guide.
Yeah.
So why is it that there's 3 different versions of the building code? There's a IRC, the International Residential Code. Then there's a California.
Yep.
Then there's LA.
And then different counties have their own set of rules.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you keep up with all that? You know, let's talk about water heaters real quick, like condensing water heaters, the acidic neutralizer filters that should be on those. Some cities are really on top of that, and they make sure that those are installed and that thing drains properly into a proper little, pit area with like filled with rocks and stuff like that. So, but other areas, they don't give a shit. It's really hard to keep up with all this stuff. So what I do when I come across a condensing type water heater that requires a acidic neutralizer is I just make a comment. Look, your city may require this to terminate this way. There's just so many unknowns, and there's so many different policies from city to city. Like Santa Monica is real big on that.
Yeah.
And there's other cities too. I'm not sure about Beverly Hills for sure, but I know Santa Monica is, and down in that area. So
Yeah. So what's your preference? Standard water heater or tankless?
Well, I think they'll both get the job done, but understand if the electricity goes out, you have no hot water with the tankless.
Right. So what's the difference between a hot water heater and a water heater?
What's the difference between a hot water heater and a water heater?
Yes.
That's a good question. Do I look confused? Because I feel
bit,
like I am.
A little bit. There's no such thing as a hot water heater.
Oh. Yeah.
It's a water heater. Right. Everybody adds the word hot as.
Oh yeah, I got you. Okay.
No.
You got me, man. Damn.
It's useless. It's useless trivia.
Check for him.
Have you seen that picture?
It's my first beer. I'm gonna get him.
Where's my credit card? Let me put my credit card.
Credit card goes in the middle.
Have you seen that meme that goes around with two different water heaters? One water heater says hot water heater. The other one says just water heater. The difference is one has a bikini on it.
Now that would be a hot water heater. That's what I should have said.
So, John, I want to pick your brain on the California Home Inspectors Standards of Practice. What's your...
You mean Korea?
Korea.
Okay.
What do you think about the Standards of Practice?
I think there's a lot of holes in it.
There is.
I think there's a lot of gray area that is just left for us individual business owners to decide on which way you want to go with it.
It's very limited.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't you feel that if we stick to the standards of practice, mm-hmm. the buyer's not getting what they're paying for?
No, I don't believe that.
You don't?
Not at all.
Well, we're not required to go in an attic. We're not required to walk on the roofs. We're not required to go into the house, but we do it anyways. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying is if we stick to the standards of practice and don't go past that, I think the person that's losing is a home buyer.
I don't know. I think we'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that
is... so now it's getting exciting.
Yeah. So the reason why I say that is
these are good.
The Korea standards are about the 5 major systems of the house.
Yes.
Foundation, roofing, electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling.
Yes.
So any home inspector knows that in most cases, plumbing is going to be in several areas of the building.
Yes.
It's going to be in the crawl space. It's going to be in the, a lot of times it's in the attic mm-hmm. as well. So to properly inspect those systems, you automatically know that you need to poke your head in that attic and get in there if you can and just hit it with a flashlight and see if there's pipes up there, make sure they're not leaking. So that's why I would disagree with you on that. I know it doesn't say get in that attic, but it does talk about attic areas and roof framing on the standards. So,
which is just from the access.
Right.
Not crawling it.
Oh, are you saying it should say that you have to get in?
I'm just saying it's very limited. Like you said, there's a lot of...
Well, yeah, you're right. It's all interpretation. It's how do you interpret what you're reading? Just like anything else. How do you interpret it? I think it's important to have it.
Yeah. It's a guideline.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a guideline because I read the standards of practice, and there are sections that says it's our job to inspect the roof components, mm-hmm. but we are not required to walk on the roof. And I think in order to properly inspect the roof components are by walking on the roof.
Sure, touching it is probably the best way to inspect.
Yes. If it's safe to walk on them.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to walk on something that's
How tall of a ladder do you carry with you?
12 foot.
Okay. How many roof lines do you know that are 12 feet?
Well, most of the single stories, but
Sure.
most of the single
But that's
stories.
a single story.
Yeah, the 2 stories are typically composition shingles and clay or obviously concrete tiles.
Right. You're not going to walk on those anyway.
No,
That's
we're not.
foolish.
Yeah, we're not going to walk on those anyways.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So if you were a bird, what kind of bird would you be?
Me?
Yeah, if you were a bird, what kind of bird would you be?
An American bald eagle.
Okay. So now picture yourself as that American bald eagle and you're flying over a roof. Do you think you can get a pretty good visual of what's going on there?
From an eagle's point of view?
They can see really good.
I think they can, yes.
So visually, just looking at the roof
Yes.
from the eyes of a drone, for example, to me is sufficient.
Yeah.
Because I use a drone just about every other day. I do a lot of 2-story houses, a lot of clay tile roof houses, concrete tile, a lot of roofs that just are not accessible. There's no way to get to it except you have a 30-foot ladder, which I don't carry. My tallest ladder's 17 feet.
Yeah, okay.
And the reason why I bought that one is because a lot of the homes I do are early 1920s, and those tend to be taller than a more modern house on the first floor level. They're taller because the crawl space can be really high or really low, but the roof lines are the edge of the roofs are typically taller. So that's why I carry one of those. Because the 13-footer was barely making it most of the time. I wouldn't eat that.
John, you wouldn't eat this?
I don't know what it is.
I was going to ask you. What was it?
I don't know.
I've been eating them.
Our mystery server put that there.
I've been eating them.
Okay. Let me know how you feel in an hour. So anyway, the CREA standards, there's definitely gray areas. Maybe it was designed that way for a reason. But if something's unsafe, like a roof, I'm not going to try to go on anything unsafe for a couple $100.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I don't climb suicide ladders either.
Which one are those?
Side of apartment buildings?
Oh, yeah, no.
No way, dude.
No.
I've been on a couple and it was kind of hairy, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
I call them that.
Okay.
Because one slip and you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. So, John, what's your opinion? Should California pass the home inspector licensing program?
Sure, why not?
Well,
Weed out all the knuckleheads.
Right. But 3 associations don't want us. So if it does pass...
What kind of associations?
Well, they submitted it to the State Contractors Licensing Board.
Mm-hmm.
They said no. They submitted it to CAR, California Association of Realtors. Mm-hmm. They said no. The latest one was the Consumer Affairs Agency, which is the same agency that controls barbers, nail salons. Mm-hmm. And they said no. And I talked to a couple CREA guys down in my area, and why can't we do our own? Because it takes a lot of money.
Yep.
But what is a lot of money? A billion?
I don't know what that number is.
I really believe that California should have their own license. There's a catch-22 on everything.
Absolutely. Yep.
I think if we ever get into a licensing, I think it's going to... having a license doesn't change anything. You're still the same good inspector or horrible inspector.
Right.
I don't think that changes anything. Just like good realtors and bad realtors, good lenders, bad lenders.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I think it'll clear the industry. it'll clean it up. Because the ones that are serious will be staying, and the ones that are fly by night will not be here.
Right.
And I think I think everybody's going to benefit. But on the downside, I also see it where now we're going to have a department telling us what to do and what not to do. Like what happened in Florida. In Florida, you cannot use a tester to test the electrical, but test the electrical anyway. So how do you do that? In Florida, you can't. Unless they change it from last time I checked.
Right.
But when it first passed, you couldn't remove the dead front cover from the electrical panel.
In Florida?
In Florida.
Wow, that's dumb.
Yeah.
That's where the problems are at. That's why it's a cover there, so you can look inside. Some people's logic just don't add up sometimes. I don't get it. But that's the difference between people. You know, people in general just have different logic, different way of thinking.
Yes.
One thing I've learned is don't ever assume the person next to you knows what you know just because you do it every day.
Right.
So you got to talk to people, you know, and not expect everyone to know, even if you think it's common knowledge.
Right.
You know, do we always, when we open a door, which way do we turn the handle?
Either way. I mean,
This way, that way?
they're both open.
Not always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, like it's, you know, logic, what you think you might know for the next person. Like I said, I'm just saying, the person next to you may not understand that and share that same logic of understanding.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's something that's got to be said for everything that we do.
What do you think the home inspection industry is missing?
What's it missing?
Your top three.
Honestly, nothing comes up. Nothing comes to mind like it's missing something.
What would you...
Now, if you could ask me that about realtors, I have a handful of things to tell you about that.
Okay, let's talk about realtors.
Okay, so can we both agree that real estate is the business of sales?
Yes.
Okay. If you found this awesome truck that you really wanted to buy,
Right.
and you saw it drive by you a couple of times on the freeway, like, wow, that's pretty sharp looking. I want to get some more information on that. Maybe you went online and looked it up a little bit, and then one day you're just like, you know what? I got today off. Or John canceled my podcast, so I'm going to go down to the dealership.
Right.
So what do you expect when you walk into that dealership and a salesman runs up to you, because that's what they do,
Yes.
and says, oh, can I help you? What do you expect from him regarding information about that truck?
The safety features.
Okay.
The safety features, the fuel economy, obviously, with gas prices right now.
Mm-hmm. So basically, in short, you expect him to know what he's trying to sell you.
Yes. I want him to.
That's my point.
Yes.
My point is my experience with a lot of real estate professionals.
So that's what's missing.
That's what's missing.
Okay, going back to my original question.
Right. That's what's missing. Well, when you asked it, I thought you were specifically talking about home inspection itself.
I home inspection.
Was it more of a broader question?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Yes.
we're on the right track.
Yes.
So what I meant by that is what I run into is your job is to sell or help your client purchase a house. I really think it's important that you take the time to educate yourself on what a house consists of.
Yes.
On many different levels. And that is what I think is constantly ignored day after day after day.
Why do you think it's ignored?
Because no one's enforcing. I've never taken a real estate license exam, so I don't know what they teach you in that.
I have.
Okay. Have they ever?
I'm actually a licensed realtor.
Okay, so
I
have
don't
they?
know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
I don't practice.
You
real
can
estate.
leave now. Because I thought you were a home inspector.
No.
You've been lying to me.
No, real quick without.
That's a different episode.
Real quick without going on a rabbit trail. I really started getting my home inspection license back in 2003, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Then my life went on a different direction.
Okay.
And I never went to take my state exam. I finished the prerequisites,
Oh, okay.
but I never took my state exam. Years later, my kids, I tell my kids, I don't care what you guys do, always finish what you start.
Sure. It's good advice.
Well, guess what they did? They threw the back of my face. Dad, did you ever finish your real estate license?
Good for them.
I went back and got my real estate license.
Nice.
I went back and got my real estate license.
Was that recently?
No, like 3 years ago.
Okay.
It was like a year before COVID. Yeah. Actually, 4 years. I think I need to do my continuing education courses. But it's active. I could buy and sell houses right now. I have it active to get my to have the Supra and just make my life easier. But like I said earlier, it's a catch-22. I've lost business because of that. But that's a whole different conversation.
If you're going to do anything, you got to give it 100%.
That's why I'm in home inspections.
Yeah.
My strong point in home inspections, besides what we do, is plumbing.
Yeah.
So going back to, but yes, I agree with you. I think realtors should have
more training
Yeah.
on the components of a house.
If you go to my social media page, Instagram or Facebook, I describe myself as real estate product expert.
Oh,
Because that's what I am. That's what you are.
Mm-hmm.
We are a product. We are expert in the product that we're inspecting.
Mm-hmm.
I think the realtor, like you said, needs that. Because I'm thinking the same way. I don't know why there's not more classes that require realtors
right.
to know more about the product.
The more they know about a specific system, because I expect my clients' eyes to get a little bigger when I tell them there's a pretty significant problem with one of the systems. But when their realtor looks at me and their eyes go cross-eyed because they're just like, what are you talking about? Because they just, that's a little concerning to me because now they're making it worse on the client who's already in a panic about something they don't understand. But I just find that weird that a real estate person is not, at least in the general area of what I'm talking about, knowledgeable. I don't expect them to know what I know, but I expect them to have, hey, okay, what's a water heater consists of? You know, they should understand that there's pipes going to it. There's a temperature relief valve coming off of it, which is a safety hazard. It should be strapped because we live in a seismic activity state, and so forth. So those types of things I expect them to know, but a lot of times they don't. They just look lost,
Right.
and that makes their transaction harder to deal with because they're not taking the time to learn what's going on. I mean, if you're brand new, I don't expect you to know much, but my point is, I think during their licensing process, they should be required to take a course that is around what to
And
expect.
it's not there. It's not there because I know I took the exam.
Right. So, I mean, we're not the only inspectors they deal with. They deal with chimney inspectors,
Yes.
termite inspectors, sewer lateral inspectors, mold inspectors, roofing inspectors. There's so many different people they need to deal with. And if they can't balance that group of guys who are coming to help them with their transaction, they're just making it worse on themselves.
Well, that's their information. That's how they're getting educated.
Yeah. So that's what's missing. To answer your question, to me, that is the same topic that keeps coming up in my experiences on a day-to-day basis.
The auto industry is not like that. Every salesperson knows that car.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, if I go buy a Jeep right now, that guy is going to know everything about that Jeep. the sales guy.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, some of them don't, but the auto industry does that, which is good. But and this is not bashing realtors. It's more of awareness that
we're not trying to knock anybody. We're just trying to help and bring up a very good topic.
The benefit, it's not just educating their buyers. It's really, if they ever get into investment properties, they want to start their own flipping business. If they know the lingo, as opposed to, for example, if you talk to a plumber, and you ask them, hey, where's the toilet's going to go? Instead of replacing the word toilet with the word flange, where the toilet sits, they automatically going to realize that this person knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
If you talk to an electrician and you tell them if the GFIs are going to be on a home run system, what does that mean? It means that the receptacle, instead of saying outlet, you say receptacle. The receptacle is going to be on a home run, which means it's going to be wired directly to its own breaker to the distribution panel. They'll probably think twice on trying to pull one over you.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So realtors are the same way. I believe they should take, like you said, a class.
Or really ask your home inspector questions. I have no problem answering someone's questions like that. If they really don't know, and hey, John, can you help me out? I'm really not familiar with this. Sure. What do you want to know? Yeah. I'll explain to them what to be looking for. And I actually do that sometimes when I see realtors doing their visuals, their avids. When they're doing their avids, like if I see them looking at stuff, I'm like, you know what? I notice you don't look in here. This is a problematic area. Maybe you should start adding this to your avid. They're like, oh, I'm good. They're like, oh, okay. So they find it helpful. I'm kind of putting them in the right direction. Like look around I think it was the bathtub, old building, just bad maintenance and deferred maintenance. And take a look right here. There could be a lot of damage here. The shower door's closed. Just open it and just look. Just little stuff like that. But
it's because homes don't come with the check engine light.
And they don't teach you about homes in school.
No.
That's another problem. So I think education, we're going to have a different alley here real quick.
It's okay.
Education, schools, there should be finance education in schools and how to live in a house in schools.
So you're saying they should bring wood shop back?
Wood shop? Oh, that has nothing to do with homes.
Well, they do framing.
Not when I was in school.
When I was in school, yeah.
Not me. What are you, 20?
No, I'm 48.
48? Yeah.
Sorry. No.
Yeah, I was in wood shop in school, and there was nothing about building houses. Or
we built a shed. We had a wood shop. We have auto body class.
I did that too.
Yeah, in high school. Yeah. I only went to high school one year.
Okay. You were that smart? You only needed 1 year?
Well, I had my education just by growing up, asking questions.
Yeah.
I'm very big on self-help.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody uses, but it's more self-improvements. I have no problem dishing out tens of thousands of dollars in on seminars and nothing.
So happens I'm going to be having a seminar tomorrow, and it's only 10,000. So where's that credit card at?
Because it's many people invest on themselves differently.
Right.
It's whatever makes them. That's what makes me validate myself.
Right.
Yeah. For self-improvement.
We can all use a little self-improvement. I try to improve myself all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
People skills, remembering people's names, which is my biggest downfall.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a little trick. Whenever I forget their name, and even with realtors like that, I always ask them, I was meant to ask you, how do you spell your name?
I've done that too.
Have you? It works.
What I've taught myself is to, when someone says their name, I typically spell it out in my head. I spell the name out in my head, and that helps me remember it. Uh-oh, he's going for number 2, everybody.
Number 2, but that's my limit, though. When I'm driving, 2, and I have to be drinking. That's the reason why I'm eating these, because I
drink some water, too.
I have to eat. But in, what's that word I'm looking for? Anyways, St. Patrick's Day is this week.
Who's that?
Irish, St. Patrick's. You know. So we're going to drink room temperature beer.
Room temperature beer.
Hey, John.
You forgot to bring the ice cold mugs.
I did. But John, let me ask you something. Why did you? I think we're all young, depending who you ask. Okay, you might be older than me in age, but you're younger than me physically. You know, you're in better shape. You could probably run a marathon. I can't, or a 5K, whatever. But I could be wrong, but I think this is going to be in your life, your last career, home inspections, or
yeah,
okay.
I would say so.
Why did you choose this home inspection industry as
my final frontier?
Your final. I want to pick John Laforme's. I know this is your podcast, but I want to ask you questions.
That's fine, man.
You know,
I have no problem with that. Ask as many as you want.
I know.
Why did I choose this?
Why did you choose this industry? And I'll answer my reason why I chose it.
Yeah. Early on in life, when I started, I was given a really, I'm not sure if the word given is the correct word, but I was given, or I was exposed to, a very strict work ethic. I'm sorry. This beer is getting me already.
That's why I only drink 2.
And at a very young age, I remember my first taste of money. My first taste of making money was when I was 14. I had a paper route. I used to deliver the Lowell Sun in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And during the holidays and Christmas, my customers gave me bonuses like you wouldn't believe. Christmas bonuses. I was like, damn. So at a very early age, I was exposed to, hey, let's make some money.
If you're self-motivated, you could get the extra.
What?
If you're self-motivated, you could get extra money. In this case, it was your bonus.
Well, I'm just saying, I had no problem getting a job when I was really young. And when I started making money and getting paid, I realized I could do things. I could, buy this for myself. I didn't have to depend on my parents. And I became very independent financially at a very young age. And it wasn't because my parents told me to, but I just understood, I have to make a living. My parents are great. Don't get me wrong. But there was something in me. I had this bug where I had to go work and go, do something. I couldn't just sit around the house.
Right.
Back then we didn't have video games, but so
wait a minute. You didn't have Atari?
Atari was about it, but it wasn't as addicting as the new stuff they got nowadays. But anyway, so I started out with paper routes and making a lot of cash. And then I wound up living with my dad for a while after my mom and dad divorced. And then I was introduced to his new wife's brother, who was a contractor. And he had me going in there on weekends and changing doorknobs and putting hinges on doors, or all the little stuff.
So you were 14 doing paper out, and then
that lasted probably. I probably did that for 3 years, 4 years.
So at 18, you're working in construction.
Not in construction.
Handyman stuff.
Yeah, just doing odds and ends.
Okay.
And then eventually I moved away from my dad's place, went back to my mom's place because I just wanted to. And then I got a job with a construction company. That's when I started working construction. So I was about 18 and a half, 19,
Okay.
around there. And I had the best boss in the world. And he taught me everything.
Okay.
You know, he was like a second dad. He just took me under his wing.
Is he still with us?
What's that?
Is he still with us?
I don't think he is. I don't know for sure. I've lost touch with him a long time ago. And he was a much older guy. He was probably in his late 50s, early 60s when I first started working for him. So that was a long time ago. So he's probably no longer with us.
He's no longer.
Great guy named Buddy Burton. That was his name.
Buddy.
Green Mountain Construction. Guess what the company logo was?
A Green Mountain?
Nope.
Don't tell me it was a koala.
Gumby.
Gumby.
Remember Gumby?
Yes.
That was, he's like this, the Gumby.
I remember Gumby.
That was the company logo. It was so fantastic. It was great. We had T-shirts and everything with the Gumby on there.
He never got a letter.
No, he never got in trouble. And that guy just taught me so much. He taught me how to treat employees. He taught me how to read blueprints. I was laying out the buildings with reading blueprints before I was 20 years old. So I was doing stuff. I was doing big stuff at a very young age. And once again, I was financially motivated because I got paid well. And then he would subcontract. These buildings we did were in Nashua, New Hampshire. They were 3-story staggered buildings, apartment buildings, wood frame, all slab foundation, wood frame. And then on the outside, it's East Coast weather. So we put this styrofoam over, we put this weatherproof drywall around the whole building, and I subbed that out. And then I would hire a whole bunch of Canadian workers who were already working for my boss.
Canadian, eh?
Canadian, eh? Yeah.
If it was Mexicans, you'd be like essays.
Yeah. And
for the record, I'm a Mexican, so I can say that.
Yeah.
So don't cancel us.
So anyway, yeah, I just learned so much from that guy, like how to deal with people, and I was running my own crew after work hours. So we'd work for Green Mountain Construction all day, and then we'd stay 2 to 3 hours after in the summer because we had the light for it.
Yeah. And
we would wrap those buildings, and I made so much money doing that. I had like 4 cars, and I was 20 years old.
And how long did you do that for?
Oh, I did that for.
But real quick, what was your first car?
What was my first car?
Yes.
My first car was a Gran Torino 4-door my mom gave to me.
Wow. Mine was a Buick Regal 1980.
Nice. What was the year on that? I can't remember the year on that. It had to be 70, 78 or something like that.
It's okay. This is not a car show.
Yeah.
So you did that for how many years?
I'd say I was probably finished up doing that about 7 years, 8 years, something like that. Yeah, about 7 years, 8 years. Then the economy tanked in '89.
I remember. Well, that's when we had Reagan and the Berlin Wall. I don't
remember. I can't pinpoint that, but it was around '89 when the BAM. Yeah. Actually, it might have been sooner than that. It might have been '88.
Okay.
So, so all the building just like stopped. It was really weird. I wound up working for a union for a while. I was banging nails. I was getting $25 an hour just to bang nails.
You could get that now.
What's that?
You could get that now.
Yeah, but back then I was
at
getting
McDonald's.
That. Yeah, but back then I was getting that. That was really good money.
Yeah.
And I remember that company I worked for too. They wound up getting sued by a couple of the past employees, because they weren't paying everything they were supposed to pay.
The union or Gumby?
The union. No, the Gumby company, Green Mountain was great. No issues there.
So after the union, how long were you there?
I moved out of there and came to California in about 1990.
So you've been in California since?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure everybody wants to know, who is John Laforme?
I'm just me, just a little old guy sitting here.
Little old guy with the Rubicon Jeep parked in his garage.
That's fantastic, man. I busted my ass to get that thing.
So you come to California.
Yep.
And you pick up in construction, or?
No, I went into forklift mechanic.
Forklift.
I worked for a very big company here called Crown Lift Trucks.
They're still around. I see them.
Yep. Yeah, my brother Lenny, who's no longer with us, unfortunately, he passed away a few years back. He's the one that got me to come out here. So he gave me the opportunity to come here.
But he stayed back home.
No, he was moved. He had lived here 3 years prior to me getting here.
And he says, John, you better come back here.
No, he saw what was going on back home, and he's like, there's really not a lot going on there. Come down here, there's a lot more opportunity. And he hooked me up with the company he was with. Now for a quick word from our sponsor. Are you a music lover but don't know how to play a musical instrument? Then check out GuitarNinjas.com, LA's leading music school for both kids and adults, specializing in guitar, bass, and drum lessons. Locations in Los Angeles and Orange County, or worldwide with online lessons. A unique, gamified way of learning to play music. Membership includes access to our app and desktop portal loaded with lesson videos and other useful learning tools. To book a free trial lesson, go to GuitarNinjas.com and mention this podcast. Rock on. I contacted you, was it 2013? I think it was like 2013.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's when I was getting started. That's when I was taking it seriously. I was like, you know what? I need to, if I'm going to pursue this, I got to do it 100%.
And how many home inspectors did you reach out to? I know it was me and Eric Richards.
I wound up, Eric's the one that referred me to you.
He didn't want to help you?
No, I went on a ride along with him.
Okay.
And then he mentioned, he said something like, I know a guy who'd be better to help you. And he pointed me to you.
Interesting. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah. But it turns out he didn't like me very much. You, the other one, I think, told me that.
I don't...
Because he said something about, it was something along the lines of, I didn't pay my dues. Or I should be doing this longer before I have my own business. Because what Eric, I rubbed him the wrong way because, I've been a self-employed person for a long time, and I know how to run a business.
Right.
And so running a business was not a challenge for me. Learning a new business had its learning curves, of course.
Right.
But business is business.
Right.
Basic fundamentals to run any business. So I think that bothered him that I was already a company, like within months, and I didn't work for anybody. I never worked for anybody.
And it sounded like he probably felt threatened, or he probably felt like he was wasted. I love to teach other home inspectors. Right now, I'm in the middle of training a guy. He lives in my area, and I talked to him. His name is Robert Coleman from One Way Home Inspections. He right now he's hungry. Mm-hmm. He's hungry, and I tell him, I kind of like sat down with him and said, okay, how much money you want to make a year? And he's like, well, if I could make this much, then we broke it down. I said, okay, well, this is how much your home inspection fee should be. Obviously, it's much lower than mine, but you need to stick to this area. Like, it won't make any sense for you to charge this amount if you're going to drive to LA, Downey, all these other little cities, Long Beach or whatever. He lives in the Menifee area.
Wow.
So, just because I don't market that area.
So he lives in a very low populated area as far as housing.
Well, more so like he's up against other home inspectors that charge way less than I do. So
tell him to get out of that area.
Well, eventually he will. Eventually he will.
Well, get your feet wet, of course. But
so I feel like when I retire, I think I'm going to join your Home Inspection Institute of home inspections. So, and I think that a lot of home inspectors I really believe, and I know you're going to agree with me on this. I think
I don't know, man, but I'm listening.
80% of home inspectors companies are out there are technician, not business owners.
Correct.
20% are the business owners. They are successfully hiring inspectors left and right. I think I'm a little bit of both, and I believe you and I are the same, because we had people, and we just
And now we're alone again, which is for a good reason.
right. So we realized that, okay, I know how to build a business.
Yeah.
I had 2-3 companies, 2-3 inspectors.
Right.
It's not that it didn't work out for me. Going back to the licensing in California it's going to clear up the industry, because home inspectors right now, they could call you, hey, I want to work for you. Once they know how to do the job, they're gone tomorrow. And they take 1/3 of your business. With the licensing, you could, okay, you're going to come and work with me for 6 months. I'm going to train you, get you ready to take the state exam.
But they should be paying you.
Yes.
So I've learned, I had 2 or 3 different people work with me over the years, and a couple of them I really thought were really into it, and it turns out they weren't. So it was kind of a bummer for me, because I put a lot of effort into it. It's very stressful training somebody.
It really is.
It really is, because not only am I trying to perform a paid inspection for a legitimate client who needs to know everything about their house, I'm trying to educate this person next to me.
Right.
And I get distracted easy, so I got to be careful with that. It's like, just do this and come see me when you're done. Don't wander around the building. So it's a lot that goes into it.
So do you think it's easier to train a person that has somewhat knowledge of construction as opposed to somebody that just...
I would hope so. If they know what a 2x4 is,
yeah,
it's one less thing I got to tell them about.
Yeah.
If they know what a copper pipe looks like, well, that's another thing I don't have to tell them about.
Yeah.
I don't expect them to know all the different types of copper, but if they can identify a copper between a galvanized pipe, well, that's a
right.
plus for them. Right. And it makes my day a little easier.
Right.
But I don't believe in this hiring inspectors just so they can go off on their own.
Right.
Unless they were paying you, cool. If they weren't paying you, you just wasted 6 months of your time.
I know inspection companies out there, John, that what they do is that they ask the prospective home inspector to sign an agreement.
Yeah.
That
doesn't work.
Hold on. Not a non-compete clause. The agreement is a training agreement, which means my training is valued at $35,000.
Okay.
So if you leave within a year, you owe me $35,000. If you leave after the year, you owe me $25,000. So it gets lower, lower, lower. So you could keep them for 5 years for the $35,000. Whatever the balance is, they'll pay you.
Well, that's if they have the money to pay you. So that's a risk you're taking there. There's a lot of holes in that game.
Yes. But do you think that's something it's wise for somebody to do that? I don't think so.
I don't know. My logic tells me, well, going back to how to become a home inspector, let's talk about that a little more, because that'll kind of tie into what you're asking me now.
Okay. How to become a home inspector in California.
So,
I like
another reason was for me choosing this path is I knew that I didn't need to hire people. Past businesses have had staff.
Yeah.
And it was just a nightmare. I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. There's just so many things that can go wrong when you hire a lot of people. So I've always been self-efficient with business and I try to do as much as I can on my own. I do reach out, like I have SEO people that help me with this current business. I do have, computer people, that stuff that I can't do, I'm not savvy with. But as far as having full-time staff, I was always on the fence with it. Like, oh, do I really want to do this? Oh, if I did it, yeah, I could take on this much more work and make this much more money. But what's more important? My headaches, my feeling sick to my stomach all the time, or a much thicker bank account? I mean, my health is everything to me.
Yes.
If I'm not a happy person, nobody around me is going to be a happy person. So those are the decisions you got to make. And that's a tough decision to make sometimes. So at the end of the day, I want to have a business where I only have to count on myself. Period. That to me is the ultimate American dream, I guess. Self-employed, no bosses. I call the shots. I take the calls I want to take. I ignore the calls I don't want to take. If I want to take 2 weeks off, I can take 2 weeks off without going broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that to me is the ultimate goal. So if you want to be a home inspector, you need to know why
So what advice,
you want to be a home inspector.
So what's your best advice for the new home inspector? What kind of marketing should they do? How long should they expect business to start rolling in if they stay consistent to the
I'll tell you what worked for me.
Okay.
I'll tell you what worked for me. When I really decided to jump into this,
Okay.
I was so focused. I was laser focused. I could cut a hole in that wall. I was so laser focused.
Superman got nothing on you.
Superman. It was crazy. You could ask Teresa. She was there for the whole thing. And what I did was, when I first got in, my biggest challenge was determining who's in charge.
You are.
No, that's not what I mean. Who's in charge? I'm entering the real estate business. This is a section of the real estate business. Make no joke about it. You are walking into the real estate. So who's in charge? Is it the brokerage companies? Is it the realtors? Is it other home inspection companies that may be pulling strings? There's a lot that has to be considered. Like, who is running shit is what I had to figure out. So I engulfed myself with any kind of a conference, any kind of a training. I went to all of them.
Who is in charge?
Huh?
Who is in charge?
As a home inspection company owner, I'm in charge. I'm in charge of how my business is run. And that's what every home inspection company needs to understand.
So the new inspector, your advice is realize that you are in charge.
Yes. Because now business is tough.
Now,
not everybody can knows how to form a business. You're going to fall on your face. Oh, trust me, when I was younger, when I first had my first business, I fell on my face pretty hard. And yeah, I learned a lot from it. And I didn't do it for quite a while after that. And it wasn't for many years later that I started another business, but I knew and I learned. I learned a lot from that. So that's life. You just learn. I didn't have anybody hold my hand and go, hey, okay, do this first, do that second, do this third. I didn't have any of that. I just dove into it and just tried to absorb as much as I could. So if I had advice for a new home inspector, I would tell them, before you start doing any inspections, make sure you have your contract looked at by an actual attorney who is familiar with the home inspection industry.
Right.
Number one, before you have anyone sign it, make sure it's been looked at by your own attorney. Don't just take a contract that you found from some other inspection company and just, oh yeah, I'm good. That is a big mistake. Don't do that. Pay the money, get your own contract for what your services provide, and make sure it fits you, and your lawyer is going to tell you that.
Got it.
Because that's your lawyer.
Yes.
Not everyone's lawyer. I'm a CREA certified inspector, but if I was to get sued, I don't expect CREA to show up and defend me.
Right.
So if I was going to use their contract, sure, I know using that doesn't mean they're going to come protect me if something goes wrong. That's not how that works.
Right.
And number one was the contract. Number two insurance. Carry an insurance policy. It's not unaffordable. I hear people say, "Oh, it's so expensive."
I pay
expensive.
I pay $2,200 a year.
So expensive. If you're doing one inspection a month, yeah, it's probably expensive. But who's doing one inspection a month? Dude, you got to have insurance. There's just no way around that. Why do you have automobile insurance if you own the car?
Right.
And there's no bank involved. Why? It's smart. It's just good logic, right?
Right.
Okay. Are you going to have to use that policy? Well, hopefully not. But it's there.
Right.
So no one sues you personally and takes everything you've earned and worked for all these years.
Right.
It only takes one accident to lose everything. So that's why you have insurance. So number 1, contract. Number 2, insurance. Number 3, what did I do to really make a dent and get my business off the ground and start getting phone calls? I bought a nice pair of slacks, some nice shoes, got a nice polo shirt, had my logo put on it. I went to every single open house for months on every Saturday and Sunday. If there was one during the week and I wasn't working yet, I would go to that one as well. I would just meet people, go in. I had, by the way, I had business cards already made. I jumped ahead. I should have said that. Get some brochures made, business company, get your company established. You need to have your company established. And what I mean by that is, if you're going to do this legitimately, then do it legitimately. Have a business done. Have your business registered with the state of California. All that stuff. Whatever state you're living in.
Right.
Just do it. Do everything right. Jump through all the red tape and everything, and just get it done right. And then, things will start happening. Next thing is you want to be able to be found, which means you need to be able to be found on the internet. In today's world, that is huge.
Okay, let's back up a little bit.
All right.
Open houses.
Okay.
And I know you're talking about internet. So along the lines of open houses, did you visit offices? Did you do office presentations?
Mm-hmm. I did a few.
Office presentations.
I only did a few. Never really got good reactions from people. I didn't think they really cared.
You know why?
Why?
They're brand new realtors. They don't know.
Well, there's a mixture always. There's new and there's old mixed in. So
yeah, but most of them are new. Mm-hmm. So the return on investment for office presentation wasn't as good as. So do you think visiting open houses?
You're one-on-one with people. They remember you that way.
You're one-on-one with people at open houses.
Yeah.
Did you ever felt that you were wasting their time if the open house was busy?
Oh, if that was the case, I would not try to talk to anybody. I would say, I just want to drop off my card and I'd leave.
Got it. With the brochure.
Whatever, card or brochure. Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to step in the middle of someone trying to make a deal to sell that house. Oh, that's not a good thing. So you don't want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
don't be pushy.
And then SEOs.
Search engine optimization?
Yes.
So SEO is very important. So if you have no experience online at all, or if you've never had to have a website built or anything like that, make believe for a second you have a store on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, and you have a nice glass front on it, and all your competing businesses right next to you, which that's all it is, all competitors, right?
Right. Everyone's
got these big glass windows. Oh, come into my store. I get them selling this, Louis Vuitton, whatever. Well, those are their storefronts.
That's my favorite brand.
And that's people. So they have a lot of foot traffic.
Yes.
People walking by, they walk in. Well, online, it's a little different, but it's kind of the same. So you want to have traffic online so people can find you. So if people type in home inspection in your area, you want your business name to pop up so they click on it and then they can contact you. In other words, if you're not there, you're not going to be found. There's no other way to find you. With search engine optimization and algorithms and everything else, it's very complicated stuff. but you need to learn the basics of it and how it works. Yeah. So my advice would be get your website built before you go out into the field and try to sell business, because they're going to look you up.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a place for them to go, you're not looking very good. And they're going to think twice about that. And a quick side note on that. I've met contractors on home inspections, and they seem like really cool guys. They seem like they had their shit together. And I try to look them up and research them. Nothing. That's a red flag to me. So I don't refer them to anybody if I can't get any information on them. So that's what I'm talking about. So if you are walking into an open house and giving somebody your card with a website address, but there's no way to get to that website address, you're looking like a dummy.
Yeah.
You look like you're disorganized and you've created doubt before they even get a chance to call you. So it's just not a good idea. So don't put the cart in front of the horse. Don't start advertising you're a home inspection company without a place for them to look at you. Have a website with your services, with a photo of yourself, with your certifications, whatever. Just give them some place to land. So if they get into a position where they're going to make an offer, or their buyer wants to make an offer, or whatever, then they can say, oh, check this guy out. He seemed legit. And they give him a card and there's no website. There's no way to reach you. You're just a phone number. I mean, come on. This is not 1980. It's 2022. You need to adapt.
Yeah.
And a lot of the old timers out there don't want to adapt. They just have the same old reports from 1980, and it's like, wow, really? Come on, guys.
I've had realtors that send me inspection reports to get a second opinion from other realtors from other home inspectors. That it's an actual checkbox.
Yeah.
The old form that I used to use.
You can't even read it. I get confused looking at it.
It was handwritten.
Yeah.
It was handwritten. It was like the copy of the old carbon copy that I used to use.
Yep.
We're beyond that. Like you said, it's 2022. So back to the main question you had. Visiting open houses is a great way to meet realtors one-on-one, because not all open houses are super busy, and they'll just be sitting around. They probably enjoy the company. Yeah.
But don't walk in there with your street clothes on, because they'll probably think you're just some idiot.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, get dressed up, look nice, comb your hair, make sure you don't have these big old clunky work boots on. We're going to get into home inspectors' work attire as well today, because I see some ridiculous stuff out there and I just don't understand it.
I see it all the time myself.
Yeah. Home inspectors are not coming to rebuild your house.
No.
You don't need to have these big old clunky work boots on, or these construction tool belts. I mean, what are you doing?
No. Me personally, I have a couple set of shoes depending on what I'm going to inspect.
Right. You're going to be in the mud all day while you wear bigger boots.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. If I'm going to go on the roof, and depending on the day, depending on if I'm going to go to Hammond and inspect a house that I know it's a ranch or whatever, I do wear different types of shoes.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Yeah. If I'm going to be in Irvine, like I'm going to be in Irvine and Tustin on Tuesday.
Shorts and a tank top?
No, not shorts. Tank top maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I wear different types of shoes.
Right.
And the tool belt is very important to me. I wear not the traditional tool belt that they sell at the hardware store. I use the magazine. I go to gun stores,
right,
and I buy the magazine pouches.
Oh, okay,
because that's where if you buy the handcuff, the handcuff pouch, that it fits perfectly.
Is it for the fuzzy handcuffs?
No, not the fuzzy handcuffs. The handcuff pouch. The pressure regulator fits perfectly there. Yeah. And the small little pouch for the latex glove for law enforcement, my receptacle tester fits perfectly there.
Yeah. I did all that for years, and then I get tired of wearing stuff like that, because it's always weighing down my pants and my belt. I'm always pulling up my pants. So what I did was I found a really good pair of tactical pants, with lots of pockets, and they're super comfortable. I've been wearing these now for 3 years.
No, I wear tactical pants.
But that's where I put all my tools.
Okay.
I carry my iPad around my neck on a strap.
Okay.
So I don't have any tools exposed when you see me.
I need to carry my moisture meter, my gas detector. You put that on your pants?
Oh, yeah. There's pockets everywhere. I got my small thermal imaging gun. Goes in here. My screwdriver goes in there. I got my receptacle tester.
Well, I have tactical pants. I think I should try that.
Try it. It's just a lot easier. You're not getting stuck on stuff when you're going through tight spot. It's just, you're not banging it on someone's furniture.
Yeah.
Just give it a try, yeah.
I'll give it a try. I had another question for you. You mentioned referring contractors. What's your take on realtors referring 3 home inspectors?
I think that's just them being cautious, trying to keep themselves out of. It's a smart logic. I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. Conversation number 2 that we're going to agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with that.
Okay. You want them all to call you?
No. No, they don't have to call me because guess what? I'm only doing 2 a day.
Yeah. I can't do them all anyway.
2 a day. I know that the most I want to do is 45, 50 a month if in a business season.
Yeah.
No, I think referring 3 a day increases the realtor's liability. I really think so because the real estate industry is.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you say referring 3
home inspectors to the buyer?
I mean, per home inspection? I mean, per home?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm okay with that.
Okay. We're going to agree to disagree.
Right.
Because I believe that the realtor increases their liability. The real estate industry is based on relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you tell a client to get their own home inspector and go to the front office, they have flyers. Well, you are already directing them on where to go, and they're going to collect 3 from their office.
Right. I know where you're going with that. I totally agree with that.
So I really believe that when I bought my trucks and you bought numerous of cars, and if I wanted to do something different to my trucks to put a lift kit or whatever, they've always told me you could go anywhere you want, but these are the guys that we use because they're going to warranty the suspension. If something happens, I think that same logic should apply when you're purchasing a house and you're a realtor, and giving your client 3 choices can increase your liability. You could tell them, this is the guy that we use. Call John, call Rico.
Well, so a lot of clients do that.
Because if you go outside of that, then pretty much you're on your own.
Well, what you, if you don't already know, you probably do, but if you don't, and a lot of the realtors, whoever gets invited to the party is subject for liability. Period. Doesn't matter how you got somebody there.
Yes.
If Rico's having a party at 1234 Main Street and he invites John the home inspector, Melissa the realtor, Joe the listing agent, and Eric the termite inspector, and the pool guy,
Whatever. Yes.
whoever shows up is subject for liability if something goes wrong.
Yes. Because
No one's getting around that.
Nobody.
Right.
So that being said, I've never seen, and I've done my research everywhere to see if a judge actually threw out a case against a realtor in the event of a lawsuit because the realtor did the due diligence and recommended 3 and the buyer chose. Have you heard of such a case?
No.
So do you think it's better to build a relationship with a home inspector, a lender, a title guy?
Sure.
And advise the client, these are the guys that we highly recommend because we've been.
There's nothing wrong with saying that. No.
No, but a lot of realtors don't like saying that because
they were They were trained to think the way they're thinking.
They were trained to think the way they're thinking, but there's no logic.
And they probably have not enough experience to know that they're referring a very reliable source is okay.
But there's no logic protected from that thinking. I don't see the logic.
I'm holding my hands over here. I'm like watching you and doing what you're doing now. You're a bad habit.
Sorry. If I'm a bad habit, you have a second beer. But I'm done. I'm done.
So, yeah, that's it's a tough call, but it
really is.
I take people's referrals all the time. Here's a funny story for you. I hired a guy a couple of years ago to come here and clean all the windows outside, a window cleaning company.
Okay.
And he had a really nice little van, and it was wrapped, and it looked really good. I was like, that looks good. Who did the job? He gives me the guy's info. And I gave it months of thought if I really wanted to wrap my van with my business information on it.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, fuck it. Let me just go talk to the guy, So I go see this guy, and I've seen his work. So I go see him. I saw one of your vans you did. And
did he have a website?
He did.
Okay.
And then I went to go see him, and he didn't speak great English, but his staff did.
Okay.
And
he was the owner.
He was the owner.
Interesting.
So, and then we arranged to do the job. The price was reasonable. Right away, I got with the designer, stuff like that. And then everything just fell apart. We scheduled it. The COVID thing hit. And he said, look, I need to postpone. I lost my guy because he gets sick. I'm like, totally understandable. No worries.
Yeah.
I told him from the beginning, I'm not in a rush. I want this done right.
Right.
I want to sign off on proofs. I want this thing done completely. I want it to look great. I want it to look great. I drive this thing every day. It's got to look really good. Otherwise, I'm going to take it off. So he postpones it for a following week. Turns out that guy, his main guy, the one that did the wrap I saw, wasn't available. He didn't tell me. He told me all this was getting done in-house. It wasn't. So he winds up doing the wrap in his backyard and has another guy he subcontracts to come over and do it. They're applying my wrap outside. Wind's blowing, debris getting underneath it. It was a nightmare. Supposed to be back the same day. I didn't get my van back for 4 days. Back and forth.
You're losing money.
Fighting with each other. No, I didn't lose any money. I had my truck. I wasn't losing any money. I went to work every day. But anyway, the guy just should have told me in the beginning, look, I lost my guy. I can't do your job. No, hey, thanks for telling me. He wouldn't have wasted my time. All he did was waste my time, and he damaged my van. He broke the door handle on the van, taking it off to put the wrap on. That repair would have been about $800. But when they pulled the door panel off, they broke the airbag panel inside. That's a safety hazard. $2,000 repair.
Who paid for that?
Well, initially I had to.
Right.
It was my van. But I hadn't paid him. I only paid him half for the wrap at that point. So he said, just take it to the dealer, send me the invoice, I'll pay it, no problem. He refuses to pay it. I was like, yo, man, don't make me get on this rabbit hole with you because I'm going to lose. You're going to lose, and you're going to lose big. So I'm going to pay you back. Months go by, no money's coming. He didn't send me anything. So I waited a few months, and then I filed a small claims against him. Here's the best part. I had to wait 6 months to get a court appearance because of COVID.
Yeah.
So everybody's been notified. Evidence has been exchanged. I show up, and he sent his mom to defend him, his mother.
Wow.
It turns out his mom, I had to mention his mom's name in the lawsuit because his business was in her name. So I found out a lot about him. So probably because he's too shady, probably been sued too many times in the past, and he has it in his mom's name. So she had to be one of the plaintiffs, one of the defendants. So I had to use her name. So she had to show up, but he didn't even show up. The judge goes, "Where's his name?" I'm not going to mention his name. And the judge is like, "Where is he?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know what, Your Honor, I was wondering the same thing. Where is that guy?" Judge looks at me and goes, "Hand me your evidence." So I hand him the paperwork. Slam dunk.
Done.
I got a free wrap, and he had to pay me back $2,400.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that the same wrap that you have?
Same wrap. If you look at it closely, you see it's all coming apart. Letters were all crooked. It's just a mess. But I haven't taken it off because I might get a different van because the lease is going to be up on that in like maybe October, I think.
Okay.
So I may wait to decide on what to do with that.
So the point of this is get a good wrap, look professional.
Right. No, the point of this was I had a referral, but they can go wrong.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying? So
two things. It could go wrong, and
wrapping your van's not bad. Because it does help, because I have had several people walking by homes that I'm inspecting stop me and say, "Oh, can I get a card?" Because they know what I'm there for. "Oh, I want to get my house inspected." And they actually call. So I've gotten business off of it.
I never did for mine.
That's because you were driving too fast. I couldn't read it.
Well, I'm very big on
cutting people off.
No, I'm very big on looking. I'm very big on looking big, if that makes any sense. Like,
hang on, I'm processing this. I'm very big on looking big. You mean putting on a facade?
Yes.
That you're a multi-truck company or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Less is more.
Less is more, yeah.
Like I've had my trucks wrapped. I've had trucks that are wrapped big, you know.
Yeah, your friend used to do that, right? What's his name?
I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to give him business. He screwed me big time.
Oh man,
in the business. I've invested money in that business, and it backfired. It's not his fault. It's my fault because I didn't put anything. Everything that we lost was because of him, but I lost because I didn't put it in writing. He's still in business,
right?
So the only
you didn't do the paper.
I didn't do the paperwork,
dude. No, any kind of deal needs paper, homie.
It was an expensive.
That reminds me, we need to talk about you not getting paid before you go to work.
I know.
What's going on with that?
Hold on. So
that is not John approved.
So so I just put some, like less is more. Mm-hmm. Like on my truck that I have now, my work truck that I use now for personal because I sold my other trucks. I just had them on the doors. Make it look like a big construction company, like a big. Mm-hmm. You know, and have you seen those on the freeway?
So you only did the temporary magnets?
No, not even the magnets. No, it was decals.
Oh, okay. So it was permanent.
It was permanent.
Okay.
But I removed them, but it looked like it was a big company because it was just like a.
You had truck 52 on there?
Truck 22. Truck 22. And it was just the doors and the back tailgate. Just like a little corner. And it looked like, you know, and I put those in, reflector lights on. So when I go to LA or a place where there's parking is very hard to get, I'll just park it like in the red and just put those little reflector lights on, blinking.
Like you're a city truck.
Did my home inspection.
Oh, that's funny.
Done. So, okay. So,
yeah, our last topic right now is going to be why you're not getting paid before you go to work.
The last topic, because I don't like refunding money.
And what about your contracts? When are those getting signed?
Before
you go?
Yes.
Before you start or before you go?
Before I start. Both. Before I go. Especially before I go. I even have everything on my email and I call the buyer.
So they do it online?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's smart. At least you're doing that.
I do both. Once I do it online, I do it there as well. Yeah. So, yes. I have my agreement signed because my insurance, my E&O, it has to be signed before.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's smart. Well, I'm glad to hear you have insurance too.
Yeah, E&O. Oh, yeah, insurance is very big because I'm in the middle of a lawsuit right now.
Oh no, that sucks.
Everybody's getting, like you said, everybody that went to the party is blamed for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're blaming me for stuff that I didn't tell them. But it's in the report.
But it's in the report.
And I told them.
And they know it's not a verbal agreement now. They'll probably wind up Xing you off.
Well, I'm still fighting. I get bills from my attorney.
Huh.
I get bills from my attorney, and California doesn't require us to carry E&O insurance. So I was at that time I was under the radar. I should know better, and you
didn't have insurance under this one.
No.
Oh
no. But there are insurance
So
policies.
you're a living example of why you need insurance.
Yes.
Because it's coming out of your own pocket.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Out of my own pocket, which there are insurance policies out there that would take this case and they'll take care of it. But it's going to cost me about $10,000.
Do you have paperwork?
Yes.
Is there an inspection agreement?
Yes.
Okay. So you had that. You got paid.
Yes, and it's signed.
And this is 5 years later.
Yes.
They filed a complaint.
They filed the complaint 2 years later.
Oh.
2 years after the inspection.
Oh, 2 years after. Okay.
Yes, 2 years after the inspection.
So no one contacted you initially to say, hey, we have a problem. Can you come check this out?
No.
See, that right there is odd.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a frivolous lawsuit.
I do, but because I didn't have insurance, I'm paying out of pocket.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very important to have the proper coverage on E&O insurance.
Is this an ongoing lawsuit?
Yes.
Then you should be careful what you say right now.
Okay.
So don't get into detail. Just give me a rough understanding of what's going on.
I should be cleared, but get your E&O coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have E&O coverage.
I told you that because we're recording.
Damn Chingon IPA. Remember I told you? Yeah. And they're warm, so I have to...
Your lawyer will thank me later.
Yeah. You know what? This lawyer that I have, if you ever need him, let me know. I know.
I'm gonna talk to you when we're done here about my advice on what you should do next.
Okay.
I think there's light for you at the end of the tunnel. You just don't know it yet.
There is. There is. I mean, I get bills every month, and I'm like, I'm dreading to open that email. Like,
yeah.
And then sometimes it's just a couple $100. Sometimes it's
900.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Because they had to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
And that's what their strategy is.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so it's very important for the new home inspector to get their
contract first with their own attorney, E&O insurance next, because the E&O is going to ask you for your contract anyway.
Yeah.
They need to approve your contract.
Yes.
And don't do any job without that contract being signed. I'm going to say at least a day before.
Yes.
You want to always have that defense of saying, well, you had it 24 hours prior to me getting here. Why didn't you ask then?
Yeah.
As opposed to showing up and going, here, sign this. Oh, I didn't have a chance to read it. You know what I mean? So it's cover yourself. Like if I get booked today for a job Wednesday, everything's going out today. And I'm going to give them till tomorrow to sign it, to read it and sign it and pay, or I cancel it.
So
because other people will be calling me for those time slots.
So what happens if it's for one of your very good referral partners, a good realtor?
It's all the same for everybody. And just a policy I made because I've been burnt before too many times with checks taken. I don't even take checks anymore.
It's a good policy.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
and my software allows me to do it very simply, and I think it's more efficient because when I get to the house, I don't want to deal with paperwork and payment. I want to focus on inspecting your house.
Right.
So it just makes it easier for me.
Okay. Yeah. That being said, and I know you're gonna probably bust my ass for this, but this was a special case for one of my very good realtors. I'm doing a listing inspection, seller's inspection, and she asked me, I would guarantee this. Can you submit it through escrow? Do you have any agreement through escrow?
If this desk wasn't 42 inches long, I'd be slapping you in the head.
Well, this is a one-time deal. This is a one-time deal.
No. No.
This is a one-time deal, and I told
you have a big heart. You have a bigger heart than I do, and I know you are. I know you do. I've known you long enough.
Yeah.
You want to please people, and you want to say yes. I get it. I'm gonna pull you back on that a little bit.
Well, this is
got to stick to a policy.
I've done maybe in my career, and I've been doing inspections since 2003. I think this is like my maybe third one through escrow.
Third one this month, you mean?
No, third one in my whole career. Yeah. And I tell everybody I've had bad luck.
Yeah.
And she said, please, I'm gonna guarantee it. Okay.
Here's my logic behind not getting paid first. Here's my logic behind it, because some people have a hard time with, well, why do you do that to customers, or why do I do that to customers? They're hiring me for a job. What does it matter if they pay me today or the next day? I'll explain that. When someone calls to reserve your time, they're reserving you, your physical body, to be somewhere at a certain time.
Right.
Which means if Joe calls me and books me for Wednesday at 9 a.m., Sandy can't call me and book me for Wednesday at 9 a.m. because I just made an obligation to the first guy, right?
Right.
So now let's say you don't get paid. You haven't billed them yet, and you're hoping you're going to get paid when you show up. Well, a couple of things can go wrong. One, they have nothing to lose if they cancel.
Right.
Okay?
So what happens if they cancel? Do you charge them?
Hang on. I'll get to that. So another thing is, let's say you show up, they show up, and you're like, oh, great, I'm going to get paid at the end of this. And then you do the complete inspection. Maybe it's a big house. Maybe you just spent 4 hours of your day there, crawling on this shit, going in attics. It's 100 degrees out. Who knows? And then you're all done. And you just gave him the guy the layout. Okay, well, yeah, this is bad. You need to do this. Yeah. He says, fuck him. I'm not paying him. I'm not buying that house.
He leaves.
There's too many open doors that you are leaving to get yourself screwed. That is my point of why I set up my policy the way I have. I have a cancellation policy. I can explain that too.
I need a copy of that, if you don't mind.
Sure. So that is why I insist on contracts and payment in advance. If the customer is serious about the inspection, they're going to have no problem with it. If they're trying to string you along, they're going to not sign it, and you'll have to send them a reminder. I give people with typically 24 to 48 hours to sign. Although after that, I give them one more courtesy text. I need your attention on this. If you cannot commit, I cannot commit, and I'm going to have to cancel your inspection. I do not want to cancel your inspection, but you're backing me into a corner here, and the next person who calls for that spot is going to get it, and you're going to lose it. So I try to explain that as nice as I can, but there are people in the world who just think other people are expendable. And that goes for anybody.
Me.
Anybody. They think you're expendable. And if they know you're going to flex like this and bend over backwards on this one, well, he did it last time. I'll just ask him to do it again. You're creating a bad
pattern
habit, and a unsaid policy of your business. Like I said earlier when you talked about what kind of advice to give to home inspectors, you have to be in charge of your business. It entails making tough decisions, and yes, you might ruffle a feather here and there, but at the end of the day, the legitimate people who you want to do business with are going to respect your wishes, and they're going to do what you need them to do, and they're going to understand the process. That's it. Very few people will give me static on what I do.
Yeah.
And it's usually the people who are not serious or someone who's trying to screw you over.
So if they cancel, do you refund the money, a percentage?
It depends on when they booked, when the job is, and when they canceled. So, for example...
And all this is in your cancellation policy?
Yep. It's all laid out right in the contract. It says, please be sure you're ready to confirm this inspection. A inspection cancellation fee does apply. Because you're reserving my time.
And the cancellation fee, it's on the contract and the body of the email confirmation?
Yep. It's everywhere.
Well, I need to use that.
Sure. No problem. You can set the price at whatever you want the cancellation fee to be. I just have mine at the way I have it set.
Okay.
So you can change all that, but I'll send you the wordage.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, it's just, we're writing reports, we're inspecting, we're driving around. I just try to make life as simple as possible. And I'm a convenience kind of guy. I like convenience.
Right.
And my software provides me with convenience. That's why I use Spectora.
I use Horizon.
I think I used that back in 1980. No, I'm kidding.
Asshole.
Actually, you turned me on to that stuff.
Yeah. No, you know what? At the end of the day, it's whatever works for you.
Exactly.
It's what I tell people in all these new home inspectors is which one's the best software. If I use Horizon, but everybody gives you a free trial.
Yeah.
Use all of them and see which one works best for you. Because
Yep.
it's all about efficiency.
Well, Horizon to me was definitely on the top of the line when you referred it to me back then. That was the cream of the crop. It had the best image gallery. The format was nicer. It just looked a lot more professional and like up to date. Not like
Spectora came in.
Spectora. They just blew the lid off it. They just made it look way better.
Horizon, it's the software is made for inspectors by inspectors, and Spectora, the founders, they're brothers, right?
Yep.
And one of them used to be a realtor.
One used to be a realtor, and one used to do SEO.
Right. So that's a perfect combination. They're building.
They know the web
for realtor,
web based
for realtor friendly.
Yeah, and they know the web,
Right.
which is super important nowadays.
Right. If it gets to the point, it's going to be a painful decision. If it gets to the point, if it is going to affect my bottom line, because everything is moving towards, online. And I know Horizon is there. They're just not there yet. But Spectora is there.
Yeah.
And I'm not promoting Spectora. I'm not promoting Horizon. It's whatever works for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things out there.
There's a lot of different
Some people, a part I will never understand about a home inspector discussion, doesn't matter who it's with, is, oh, that software is too expensive. Oh, that I don't have insurance because it's too expensive. Excuse me.
Yes.
Welcome to the world of business. When you have a business, you have expenses that you cannot live without.
Spectora is more expensive than Horizon.
Guess what else they pay for every month?
Gasoline.
Phone service.
Yeah.
How important is your phone service to these days? How important is your device?
This is how important it is.
You have to, you got to understand when you're going into a business and running your own business, there's expenses you cannot get around. And if you want to make poor decisions over money, over paying $80 a month for software, if you're doing one inspection a month, I hope that would cover your software bill.
Yeah.
Unless you're working for free.
Yeah.
Which means you shouldn't be doing this anyway. You follow me?
Yes.
If you got to add up everything, and I think some people just don't do well with money. They just don't know how to manage money. I get it. We're not all perfect with money, but don't go stingy. Just like I said about the home buyers, don't be cheap on the home inspection. Be cheap on the blinds.
These are the same home inspectors that they tip more at their favorite restaurant than they do on any software system that can make their life easier.
Right. It's all about, is it making my life easier? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we should end it there, man.
Let's do it.
Making life easier.
Making life easier for the home inspector.
So, anyway, no, thanks for coming on, dude. I knew we'd have a good little chat, and you brought me a gift. I don't have a gift yet. Listen, everybody, if I invite you on the show, you may be required to bring a gift from now on, because I think Rico just set the bar.
There you go.
He raised the bar. This is going to the bar. All right, everybody, that's it for the show. It was a long one, and it was very random topics. Hope you enjoyed it.
Random shit.
And I want to say thank you to Rico Sandoval from Vortex Inspection Group. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, just a friendly reminder. If you're buying a home, don't panic. Home Inspection Authority's got you covered. You can schedule us online by going to homeinspectionauthority.com 24/7. Or you can call us at 800-950-8184. We offer general home inspections, mold inspections and testing, sewer camera inspections, indoor air quality testing, swimming pool and spa inspections, and light commercial inspections. We use specialized tools to provide the most thorough inspection possible, such as drone or roof inspections that are not accessible, crawlbot or under homes and tight crawl spaces to get to those areas otherwise not accessible. And we use thermal imaging technology as well. So give us a call at 800-950-8184. Or like I said, you can schedule online at homeinspectionauthority.com 24/7.